All right. So welcome everyone to a game of 5th edition D&D called the Airewood Travellers, where this is, in case anyone else didn't watch the first two, this is a game where I run solo or duo partnerships, and they can bring NPCs with them, but for the most part, they're pretty much separate from the UAG. And we take this opportunity to kind of roam around Airewood and the surrounding areas and try to world build outside of the UAG. And the reason I'm doing it this way instead of the UAG is because the UAG can't really explore places unless they're under threat, and this is a good way to kind of explore locations in their natural environments or in their more calmer states rather than just running into them when they're in danger. So I'll have my player introduce herself.
Hey, hi, my name's Caitlin. I'll be playing a new character who is Ilde Fireforge. She is a dwarven stone sorcerer who recently came into her powers. Her family is quite the traditional dwarven family. You know, all physical strength required. No magic here. We are true dwarves. So when she discovered that she suddenly had magical powers, she decided that rather than face her family's eyes, she would just quietly disappear. So she's gone off adventuring. She wants to sort of find out for herself what she can now do and what it means for her. And her friend Dunwall has decided that she's an idiot and has come along to make sure she doesn't get herself killed.
I'll ask you be one crazy woman.
God, I like how many languages he knows. How convenient.
He knows a lot.
He does. She knows nothing. She's Jon Snow.
So we're not really sure where the city is going to be. So instead of picking where we're going to start, where she's going to run from, we're going to pick where she heads to, and then that's where she will start. So Hilda, the Steel Legion, this is basically all of it. So from all the
Yeah.
turn.
Okay, well,
Hello?
so hi, can you hear me?
Oh. Yeah, okay.
Awesome. So we said that it's somewhere in those mountains, right? Just vaguely in the mountains. So let's try.
I would assume so, since we're mountain dwarves.
Yeah, you'd hope so. You'd hope that they're in the mountains. Let's go for R'alon.
So let's say we live somewhere in here.
Yep.
I'll put a little dot there so that people know where we kind of came from. Boop. There we go. Oh, I did not. There we go. So we came from here, and we came out to the stream. We just kind of, or actually, we probably were more comfortable going across the mountain. So we went through the mountains, and we ended up in Raylon. Now, the unfortunate thing about Raylon is that almost everyone's dead.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
So you get here unbeknownst to the dwarves in the mountains. The spell plague has struck this place, and pretty much these three places. And Raylon is pretty much decimated. There's absolutely nothing of value there.
Eesh.
I mean, there's a lot of just broken down stuff, and you can rummage the place if you feel like you need anything there. But besides that, I mean, there's a handful of people there, but they're all ragged or scared of each other, and they know it's gone, but they don't want to take any chances.
Okay, so they're not really going to be up to speaking with people from out of town. Okay. Jesus. Well, if they're all decimated, then do they seem open to talking with people from out of town? Like if I approach one, do they like just run away?
Uh, they're skittish, but they'll talk to you.
Okay.
This one man in particular, he's like, hi, don't get any closer to me.
Oh, okay. Sorry to scare you, Lily. We came down from the mountains. We're just wondering if what happened here?
Oh, I don't know. There's just you know, he scratches his head and he says, zombies, a lot of them, too many. Um, some woman with a child, I can't remember. Um, yeah, it was weird. Um, then suddenly a man in red armor showed up and they fought and everyone died. There was just this rain and thunder and lightning and acid rain and fire, and I don't know how I survived, but yeah, they're gone. The demon's gone, the zombies are gone, everything's gone.
Certainly sounds like you've been through a bit down here. Look, is there anything we can do to help? Is there anything that around that you need cleared out, or
He says, well, no, nothing comes here anymore. I think uh I mean, we've had some people come here to trade, and guess what? There's nothing here.
that's fair?
We've had some emissaries show up from the other towns, and they're talking about sending people to revitalize the place, and that's good news and all. So, that we don't have any threats from goblins. They're too scared to come here either. Too, they always show up, and then we always pretend to be zombies, and they just run away. uh, at least that works.
That is certainly something. I'm glad to hear that you more or less seem to be safe now. Then,
This relative.
relatively, I suppose. Yes, we're any of us truly safe. Uh, well, I will. I'll leave you alone. I'm sorry to have imposed.
He says, no, it's fine. Yeah. Um, just be careful. Don't touch anyone here, at least.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. Gilda will go back over towards Dunwall and just sort of go, sounds like the area around here was decimated by some sort of something, zombies, lightning and storms from the sky. I don't know if being here is a great idea.
Says probably the powers of the divine at work. I wouldn't want to be here either if I were any of them. Uh, if you haven't noticed, they seem to be avoiding the bodies. Like, uh, they won't even get rid of them. I guess must have been bad.
He explicitly told me not to touch anyone, so I think that we should. I think that we should move on. I don't think that staying here is the best place if we're not looking for
Well,
trouble.
my instincts tell me we should follow the river. At least we'll have a nice fresh supply of water to take us to, well, wherever we need to go. The Steel Kingdom has always been good for their navy, so what are the odds they don't have another town or two on the river?
It sounds good to me.
Mhm.
Have you got enough rations for the trip?
He looks at his rations, and it's taken you guys 2 days to get here. So he says, well, I don't know. It really depends on how far we got to go. We don't exactly have a map, you know.
This is true. I don't know if we followed. When she was studying, would she have come across? Like, I'm sure she would have at least heard about the neighboring areas, even if she didn't pay as much attention. Can I like see if I remember vaguely about a town? Like, if I could give a vague idea of like how long it might take to get somewhere.
Roll me a history check.
Okay. It's a 15. You're still screen sharing, but
It's just whatever Matt says. Us texting each other.
I just wanted to make sure you realized. It's a history check of
Yeah, I know.
50.
15.
Mhm.
So you know that there's a town called Loxie nearby, but it's so close to Raylan that
Yeah, I'm not getting a good
you
feeling.
would assume that those two places would be affected.
Yeah, let's not go there.
You would also know about Malut, which was already a low populated location anyways. So, but being so close to the what you feel like might be the epicenter
Yeah.
of the plague, that town might be entirely empty.
Okay. What do I know about what's downriver?
You'd know that there's two towns down the river, and one of them is more like out. One of them it might be more of a capital along the river, but the
Okay.
one at the end is more of a fort.
Okay. Well, I'll turn to Dumble and say, from what I remember of my lessons, there are two towns down the river. Hopefully we have enough supplies to get there if we are careful about them. We can always hunt on the way.
At least you paid attention to something during all our classes.
I don't know how I remembered it either.
Well, no reason standing around here, or else you'll want your family to catch you.
Let's not have that happen. Let's keep moving. Just the idea of my father catching up to me is not something that I really want to live out.
He says maybe we can get one of these villagers to let us borrow one of their boats. Let us drift around down the ocean. Be easier, and if there are any wolves, they'll have to jump to us to get to us first.
That is true. I don't know how willing they will be to give up any resources they do have. I can certainly ask. So
Right.
she'll turn back to the guy that she did speak to originally is still there. She'll turn back to him and sort of go, is there any chance of using a boat to get down to the cities along the river? Is that something that you would let us do? To pay you
He
for?
says, well, I mean, we're not using it. I
Okay,
mean,
that's
I've already heard talk that they plan on killing us anyway, so go ahead.
sorry. Who plan on killing you?
The Legion, they think we're still infected, so I think they're just coming in here soon to kill us all.
Oh, have you thought about vacating the area?
Yeah, but there's goblins and wolves, so not really sure what I'm supposed to do.
I don't know what I'm supposed to say to that either.
He
Cool.
just
He's gone from
scratches
just
his
like,
head.
okay, so we've gone from, town that might be being revitalized to town that is about to get killed by people just in case.
Well, they're gonna get killed and then revitalized.
God.
So
Thanks, man. Well, I'm a level 1 dwarf and I can't do much about that. So, um, uh, is is there anywhere you'd like us to help escort you to? Is somewhere that you can go to get out of here, or
he says, I don't want to risk anyone else turning into a zombie.
okay? Well, if you're sure, um, thank you for the for allowing us to use your boat. It's very kind of you. I hope that you're wrong and that they realize you're not infected. You don't seem to be infected.
uh, uh, maybe. Well, maybe if I see you again, what's your name?
Uh, Frida.
Frida.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Well, Yeah, if I don't get blatantly murdered, I'll try to find you.
Yes, most definitely. I'm on an adventure of my own, so maybe we'll cross
All
paths if we
right.
ever leave.
Have a good day.
You too, friend. Good luck.
And he's slightly more cheerful. And he's like, "Oh my god, I talked to somebody and they didn't try to kill me." And he just walks away
Well,
to
that's good.
go.
I'm glad that I made him slightly happier before his imminent death. That's fun. So, Ilda will gesture towards Dunwall and walk him over to the boat that the guy mentioned, and say that he seemed to have no problems with us using it. Said they weren't. Said that they were also potentially getting killed. So that's fun. I feel like we
This
should.
is unfortunate.
Yeah, there's not really much we can do for them. If they genuinely are still infected, then don't know what we can do about that. I'd rather not
So
risk it.
you guys get in the boat.
All right.
Did you say no or?
I said okay.
Okay. So
No, I refuse to get in the boat. It's going to take me downstream. I just refuse.
yes, it's the easy way out. We're not taking it.
It's
No.
too easy. I want to get attacked by things along the path.
Well, it depends what we encounter here today.
Don't do this to me.
Nothing. So
Just let me sit here and
moving
do some chestnut
along,
strokes.
kind of rowing from time to time just to make sure that you guys kind of stay on course.
Yep.
And each tile is day.
Okay. Wow, even on a boat, Jesus.
Ooh.
What was that noise? How badly did you just roll on our behalf, man?
All right. You guys are drifting. Actually, this is kind of important because this is now an object that is in or near Utan.
Okay.
So you guys are drifting to Utan and you're putting the the boat into the little dock that they have there. And on the
Yeah.
other side of the river, there's the standing stones that are just seemingly like you notice that the wind is blowing into them, and then even though like and then you see there's grass inside the area, but when the wind blows into it, this grass inside is standing still.
Okay. So when the wind blows into the little dog area, the grass doesn't move.
Yep.
Okay.
And it looks like it's about to rain soon.
Okay. Can I use my newfound senses to see if that's magic?
The rain?
No, the marina? Okay, never mind. Well, I suppose I help Dunwell guide our boat into that area.
Yeah, he's tied it up, and
Okay.
he helps himself up because he's kind of small and the dock's pretty high up. But once he helps himself up, he pulls you up too.
Awesome. Well, Lily will fix all of her things to her bag and she'll turn around to see where the entrance to the city is.
All right.
I love when you go to screen share and it just suddenly does this really, really weird Inception thing.
I know. Sometimes they do it on purpose.
Of course you
So you guys get into Utan, and it's a capital.
Yeah.
You see many commoners walking around, and despite its walls and very straightforward, like it's pretty much flat ground. There's various slopes and steps to higher levels. But you don't see that what looks like that many cathedrals or anything like that. They have one cathedral and it's
Okay.
dedicated to a very strict pantheon of gods, which are
Okay.
mostly gods of war and gods of the sea and gods of harvest.
Is Meriden one of those?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm going to turn to Donwell and say, much like myself not using my family's name, I feel like you might wish to conceal your connection to Muradin. It doesn't seem like they worship him here. I wouldn't want you to get on the God's bad side.
He says, "Oh, right, Les." And then he puts his he's like looking at his hammer. He's like puts it in his backpack.
That's fair. I'm going to. What time is it? Like morning or afternoon or?
Let's let the percentage die roll. It's late evening.
Late evening. Okay. I'm going to stop one of the sort of commoners and ask them to point us towards the cheap end of town. See, like a half decent tavern, but a cheap one.
Well, she says, "Well, you're in Utan now, so this is one of the trading capitals. This is where you go if you want to, get any trade done, and at least in the Steel Kingdom." And he points you to actually a very nearby tavern. It's called what are we gonna call this?
Sorry to make you make up a tavern name.
It's called the Barking Dog.
Barking Dog. Okay.
And not called it for any particular reason. And he says it's right there. It's still pretty expensive considering the other cities, the other forts. But it's still really good. Good food, good place to sleep.
Thank you, friend. Enjoy your evening.
You too.
Okay.
And he walks away.
Cool. Let's see how expensive this place actually is. Yeah, for an escape note, she didn't bring any money with her. She just didn't want to give her family's bad side, so she's got nothing.
Dunwall just face palms. He's like, literally, Les, you came out of nowhere with no gold on you.
I have very, very little. Never needed my own before.
He says, well, looks like we're going to have to get into some tavern brawls, aren't we?
I was more hoping that we might find some sort of mercenary work. See if we can
well, if you're going to be boring about it, yeah, I guess we could go do something.
Let's not get on the criminal list too quickly.
All right. So you're in Utan, and you enter the tavern. It's pretty typical. Round tables, made of wood, stools around them, bar with a human barkeep. You see the bouncer is a half orc,
Nice.
just kind of standing around, and it's mostly just humans in here. The diversity is rather thin. You do notice a couple dwarves and some elves, and actually, do notice a few halflings. Like halflings are actually more popular here than the other races.
That's fair. They're very lovely people. I will approach the barkeep with as nice a smile on my face as I can possibly scrounge up, and hail friend. We were wondering if you'd be so kind as to have if your business would have a room open tonight.
He says a room. And he looks at Dunwall, who's just kind of rolling his shoulders behind you.
Yes, my brother and I don't mind sharing. One of us will sleep on the floor.
Dunwall says, very funny.
If you want your own room, you can pay for it yourself.
He says, to be fair, lass, I be the one that be paying for the room.
This is true. Depends on how expensive the room is. How
And
much are each of your rooms?
the barkeep says, 1 gold for the night.
That's does that include a meal at your fine establishment, or?
Nah. I used to charge 5 gold for a night, and it comes with food, but some people complain because they don't eat breakfast in the morning for some reason. Damn soldiers, thinking with their muscles instead of their heads.
Okay. But if do you have 2 rooms available, one for each of us?
He says, nah. I used to, but some halflings moved in. They all wanted the same room too. Then during one of their nights, they busted a hole in the goddamn wall. So now I make them sleep in 2 different rooms to pay for the room that they broke.
Okay, so you don't have any rooms available tonight?
Well, I have one.
You have the one? And I smell brightly at him and I slide over 1 gold piece and say, we'll take the one then, if that's all you have available. I'm not sleeping on the ground.
All right. So you give him, Dunwall gives him a gold coin.
No, he's going to be, okay, I do have a gold coin, but if he wants to pay for it, then he can do so.
Okay, well, he slides a coin over, and they give you a key to your room. It's number 15. It's up on the first floor.
Yeah. I'm guessing we would have had to use a ration pack to get here anyway, so...
You should have used...
so 2, right?
3, 4, 5, 6.
I got 2 days of rations left. Hey. Okay,
Yeah.
well, Ilda will find the way to their room and drop her shit on the floor. She'll say, well, I'm happy to take the floor if you want to take the bed.
Nah, this is why I brought a sleeping bedroll and a blanket anyways.
Okay. I was
Don't
thinking that
tell
in the
me
morning...
you didn't bring a blanket and bedroll.
I can't actually remember what's in the Explorer's Pack off the top of my head. I think I did, but we're going to find out. Yeah, I have a bedroll. I'm just like, I swear that's the one I took for a reason. I'm just like, I swear that I knew that much. Okay, yeah, we're fine. I slept on the boat, it's fine.
So yeah, you just put down your bedrolls for him.
Yeah, give him the extra ones that's a little softer. But I was thinking in the morning we can find somewhere to replenish our rations and then maybe see if they have some sort of mission board, place where we can find some work.
Aye, that makes sense. So, yeah, you go into Utan, and of course, you can ask the barkeep and the barking dog for if they have any missions.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get my rando encounter table. He says, what kind of mission are you looking for?
Well, both of us are no stranger to physical work. We're in the army ourselves. Any chance of that kind of work? Getting our weapons a bit dirty?
He says, well, I can offer you a mission if you like. That's usually pays more.
We're interested.
Or I could get you out in the farmlands to help you with the farmers outside.
What mission do you have in mind?
He says, well, I got 3 for in the city.
What do they entail?
He says, we got these blasted cats.
Yeah.
He says, two of them just roaming around, slicing people's faces, and then just running off into the streets.
Yeah.
Says, they're damn ravenous cats.
Okay. What a random encounter dice to roll. We're fighting rabies cats or something.
He says the other one, I know people in the night have been seeing some sort of lantern going off in the night, but when they follow it, it always winds them up in trouble. If you could go and looking into it and see if you can get rid of it, that would be great.
Oh, and certainly sounds intriguing.
And he says, and the last one is, it may be a little too hard for you, but there's a cult that's sprung up in some basement somewhere.
Nice.
He says
Cult.
the guards don't want to touch him because we're kind of superstitious about these sort of things. But outsiders like you'd be able to deal with them.
Well, let's see how we deal with the cats and the strange glowing lantern first, and we can work our way up to the cult maybe.
Okay. The our two tabbies.
The tabby cats.
They like to linger in the marketplace. The lantern-like thing likes to reside in the market at night as well.
Okay. Are there any rules on curfew or anything that we should be aware of in this city?
As you two be dwarves and adventurers, so I'll give you a fair warning that they'll eye you up with suspicion, but just let them know that old Dugan sent you, and they should leave you alone.
Okay, well, thank you very, very much, Sir Dugan. We'll see about these cats. Did we wait until the next day to ask him about this, or is it still evening?
He says it'd be dangerous, but it'd be only 5 gold to get rid of them both.
Okay.
It should be trivial for adventurers like yourselves, but there's still a menace to this common folk.
That's fair. So did we go down and talk to him in the morning, or did we talk to him that night?
In the morning.
Okay. Well, since it's daytime and these cats seem to be out during the day, and maybe we should just go now. Do you have any rations at all, friend, or would we be better off purchasing them from someone else?
He says, I'll be honest with you, I charge more.
Fair enough. How about we go? We'll deal with this problem and we'll see about finding something out in the marketplace, maybe.
He says, fair enough. I'm sure once you get rid of those cats, they might get you a good deal.
I just love that you rolled for cats, man. What did they ever do to you?
They're just jumping around, slicing people, okay, man? They're vicious.
It's vicious. They're just ankle tapping people with their claws. Okay,
Hey, well, a commoner, that's 1/4 of their health, okay?
Okay. Alright, well, I'll get Donald's attention and ask for directions to the marketplace and set off, I suppose.
Yeah, you guys, it doesn't take much. You guys go wandering for the most part.
Yeah.
And so you guys go wandering. And it doesn't take you long to find the market. So basically how it looks like is, so there's that little harbor that you guys came in through.
Yeah.
Right beside it is there's a bridge that crosses the river to the weird stones. And then when you come up the bridge, there's like steps and slopes for caravans to go up. For the caravans to go up the slopes and people to go up the steps and not kind of bump into each other.
Yep.
And the marketplace, this whole city is pretty much a giant marketplace, but you find, after asking some commoners about some particularly vicious tabby cats, they seem to be quite a menace, and they point you in the right direction.
Okay.
And you see these just tabby cats sitting on roofs, and they're just hissing at people and like looking around, trying to. Then you see them eyeing up this fish barrel, and they're like jumping from like stall to stall on the little tarps.
Okay. Can I go over to the guy with the fish barrel and say, "Hail, friend, we've heard that you've been having some issue with some cats. We were wondering if perhaps you would be, in service to the city, you'd be willing to offer a fish or two as bait to try and get them down so that we can take care of the little buggers."
He looks at the two of you and he says, "Well, one of you has a crossbow. Why don't you just shoot him?"
I suppose.
And Dunwall's like, "I mean, I guess I could just shoot it with my crossbow."
I don't know what Donald has in his backpack. It's sort of what I
Yeah,
see.
he pulls out. So he's carrying a warhammer, which is in his backpack now.
Yeah.
His shield is heavy crossbow, and he's wearing chainmail.
Okay. I don't know, do you feel
So
confident?
he's
Yeah.
like, I guess I could. And he pulls out his crossbow and he says, "This is the weirdest 5 gold I'll ever make." That'd be sure. And the two tabby cats are just like hissing at you two, like.
Well, as he faces his crossbow towards one of them, Ilde will feel one of her hands sort of light up, sort of heat up, and she'll notice fire, and she's going to fling a firebolt at the other one.
Sure. Okay, so both of you make your attack rolls.
Okay. What is my... This firebolt, I've never gotten to use this before. I always use like Sacred Flame.
They make dex saves.
They didn't make dex saves. It's a range spell attack. So that's a 16 to hit a cat.
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
But is that going to hit the cat?
Roll for damage. I don't think I have that much health either.
Can roll across everything I own. That's a 6 damage.
Yeah, you guys, if the firebolt fucking smokes the cat and it's like, it's all its fur gets singed off and it like almost looks like it petrifies and hollows in the air and just lands on the ground.
The poor thing, I'm so sorry.
Dunwall shoots the other cat for 8 damage and it just pins up against the wall. He's like, ugh.
That certainly worked.
He's like, holy shit, you got them, yeah. And he's like, here's your gold, and he gives you 5 gold.
Each or between us.
Dunwall gets his bolt back, and he's like, he's just looking at you. He says, "That was a little messed up. I ain't gonna lie."
I don't know how I feel about completely decimating a cat, but look, you got 3 gold. I'll take 2 and pay you back for the room.
Thanks. And I'll take the 2 gold.
I'll take 2, and then he can take the other 3.
Okay. So he says, "Now we can either go fight those cultists, or we can wait until tonight." Oh, and I guess we have to buy those rations, eh?
Yeah, just in case. Don't want to get caught out with this few.
And the merchant's like, "You need rations?"
Yes, friend. We travelled a while to get here to deal with your cat problem.
He says, "Well, no need to be modest." Roll me persuasion.
Persuasion. Oh, I have actually got that tick in this character. This is lovely. It's a total of 22.
Yeah, you beat him by a lot. So he's like, well, I don't want to say I got a sweet deal for you for dealing with those cats, but they slashed up my cheek pretty good. Now, how am I supposed to sell people fish if I got a scratched up face?
I can imagine it'd be
And
quite
Dunwall just scratches his beard and he's like, I don't know. How would you go about doing it? And he's like, selling them but half price, of course, to my favorite heroes. And you can
Yeah.
buy them for 3 silver each. I think
Awesome.
they're 5 silver a piece.
Okay, and
So
it's 100 silver pieces to a gold coin.
no, this isn't World of
10.
Warcraft. It's 10 silver.
Listen, I've been playing World of Warcraft far longer than I've been playing Dungeons and Dragons.
So
Okay.
he Dunwall's just like, I'm just gonna round it up because I only have gold coins, and he buys 9 rations, 9 days worth of rations, and for 3 gold.
I've got 12. I'll buy 2 gold pieces worth of rations. I'm not entirely positive how much that is. So 10, it's 20 divided by 3.
He says, maybe we should have just done this from the start, now that I think about it.
So that is...
He says, good luck with the rest of your day.
I get 6 days worth of rations. You too, friend. Good luck.
And you and Dunwall kind of head away. And the guards are like eyeing you up, but then they're like, oh, you're actually not violent enough for a change. Then they look away.
But we're the famous cat killers, and
yeah.
Okay, well,
you 10 cat killers.
Hey,
if you have any pesky cat problems.
I tend to Dunwall and say, well, the good Dugan said that the cultists might be a little above our level. Do you want to test him on that, or do you feel that we should deal with this other creature first?
He says, nothing like good old tactics can't deal with.
True enough.
I say we open the door, and when they're confused, we shoot them up with arrows and spells. That gets them every time.
It does get them every time. I'm trying to be tactical when my person actually doesn't do that many tactics. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just say, sounds great. Fight sounds wonderful.
Because I thought of it.
Yeah, so do we have to go back to the bar to ask him where the basement is, or was he sort of already told us?
He would have given you like a map of town and then like pointed them out.
Okay. As they're approaching the basement in question, Ilda's going to cast a stone's durability, which makes her AC go up to 18.
Okay, so you guys open up after you cast that, Dunwall opens up the cellar door, and with your dark vision, you can see right in, and you see like 8 people praying, and you like look back. You hear one of them say, it sounds like the leader saying, "Did you come back with the chicken breasts I needed for the ritual?"
Okay.
And he's like, "Wait a minute, we're all accounted for." Damn it, we're under attack. And by the time he comes to that realization, you guys can take 2 free shots.
Okie dokie. Well, let's go against the big guy. Ilda will run up to... what range is that? Sorry, new spells. Okay. Ilda will move towards the guy, so he's within 10 feet, and she's going to cast Lightning Law and drag him towards her. He has to succeed on a strength save.
Sorry, lightning what?
Lightning Law.
Oh, okay.
Strength save.
No, he failed it.
Cool. And so he gets dragged 10 feet towards me because he's now within 5 feet. If I moved correctly, he takes 1d8 lightning damage.
Okay.
So he takes 3 lightning damage.
All right.
And then Ilda readies her shield.
Yeah, he's like, as you kind of pull him towards you. And you see Dunwall shoot one of the other cultists in the like chest with his crossbow, dealing 7 points of damage. And the cultist goes, "Ugh, ugh," and he collapses on the ground.
Yes.
So there was only
you said-
7, so 6 remain.
You said we got 2 free shots, right? Okay. Well,
No,
will...
this one free shot.
Oh, it's one free shot.
So you get a surprise round. So now initiative.
Now initiative.
The cultist rolled awful, so it's basically going to be like 2 free rounds.
$15. Are they all bunched quite closely together, or?
They're all pretty much bunched together. They're all praying around a circle for the most part.
Okay, so they'd be within 5 feet of each other?
I would say that 6 of them are, yeah. The leader is kind of off by himself.
I just need... Okay, so the leader is now in front of me, but I will... No, the leader is the one that's close to me. Okay, then I won't do that. I will bonus action Thundering Smite and smash my Warhammer into his face. That's my action.
Well, you have to run through all of the cultists.
Oh, because lightning lure drags him 10 feet towards me. That's how I could deal lightning damage if he ends up within 5 feet.
Oh, if you hit the leader, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, no, I hit one of the other cultists. That's fine. Okay. Well, in that case, I'll go to the other, where 2 of them are standing together, and my Warhammer lights up with this flickering green flame, and she smashes it towards one of their faces. And that is a... Jesus, what is my bonus to hit? Strengths, characters, is 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Yeah, that's going to hit.
Cool. So he takes... Jesus, what's it? 1d8. Hang on. That's an 8. That's an 8. So he takes 6 points of damage, and then the flame leaps off my hammer and sort of passes through him and hits someone else because it was green flame blade that I cast. And that hits a second creature for 3 fire damage.
All right. Yeah, you hit him, and it impacts him really hard. And he's like, "Ah, jeez!" And he stumbles back, and the flames scorch him really bad as he jumps to the other one, and the other one gets a really bad burn too.
Hey. And that's my turn.
Dunwall is gonna pull out his warhammer and put away his crossbow, and he says, "You crazy idiot! I thought we had a plan." And he runs in, and he's going to attack one of the cultists. And he's gonna hit him with a 15.
Nice.
He's gonna hold it with both. He's gonna hold it with one hand. He's bold.
Go down.
And he does 8 damage to one, and he just hits him right in the chest. And the cultist, like, yeah, you hear his ribs crack as he falls back on the ground, dead. All right.
No.
And that's their turn. And he uses his bonus action to pull out his shield. So 3 cultists are going to attack. So 2 cultists are dead. That means there's only 6 of them left. So 3 are going to attack Dunwall.
Yep.
Miss, and miss. And 3 are going to attack him. They rolled a 4, a 2, and a 12.
Oh, nice. It's a 20 for me.
Okay, one of them does actually hit you.
Really? It's impressive. I'm impressed.
He rolled a 17.
No, I'm a plus whatever his bonus is. That makes sense. It's about to say if mine's a 20.
So he runs up to you with his fucking short sword.
Yep.
And he stabs you for 6 damage.
That is not bad.
So he's like, so the other 2 are like trying to stab at you, and you block them with your shield or block them with your armor. And then he runs up to you and he's like, "Ah!" and he stabs through and manages to get into a weak spot.
Okay.
And when he pulls his sword out, he's actually surprised. He's like, "Holy shit!
Holy fuck, that worked."
It worked."
Worked. It will be my turn again, wouldn't it? So the one that looks, are two of the injured ones together? They're the ones that were attacking me, the ones I hit before. Okay,
yeah,
well, I'll do the same thing again. My warhammer lights up with a green. Am I using it? No. Yes, it is. I am. Okay, sorry. I'll go to hit him again with green flame based weapon. That is a 19. So it's a 24 to hit.
Nah.
No.
You got him.
Got him. Cool. So that's that is 5 points of damage and then 3 points of fire damage to the other guy.
Are you hitting the? Are you like hitting the guy that you hit before, like that you bounced off of before? Okay.
Yeah, I was assuming that those two were still there, and I was just going to whack him again.
So you hit the one that you bounced to before, and you smack him. And you basically, it looks like a watermelon. You smash him, and the fire explodes, and you just rip him apart. And he's like, "Bleh!"
Nice, bloody. That's good.
And then the fire jumps onto the other one. He's like, ah! He starts running around on fire, and then he just collapses as the screen flame is just turning him to ash.
Okay, I attempted that once and beat that.
The fucking cultist leader, quote unquote, he's like, holy shit. And Dunwall's going to attack, and he's going to miss. So he swings. He says, bah. He says, I wasn't even planning on using this thing anyways. Keep it in my bag, remember?
It's true, you prefer your crossbow.
And
sometimes you just got to get into the fray, friend.
3 of them attack him, and 2 of them are going to hit him. Not cool.
Uh-oh.
And they deal 9 damage to him.
Jesus, how much health does he have?
More health than that. So
that's good.
He's down to 3.
Oh wow.
The other cultist, he's the only one left fighting you. So he attacks you, and he does hit you again.
Really? He's beating a 20? Fuck this guy.
And he hits you for 6 damage.
I'm on the ground.
All right. The cultist's like, holy damn.
And because of that, my stone's durability ends.
All right. Roll a death saving throw.
Because I got hit again?
No, just because it's your turn.
That's right. Okay. I failed 1.
Dunwall's going to disengage and run beside you. And he's going to use his second wind. And he managed to get the best heal he can get, so hopefully they don't hit him anymore.
Guess you did not 20 on this next day save.
They're all going to attack him.
Okay. Come on, Double, I believe in you.
2 of them hit him. Not good.
Fuck. We're both gonna die in this basement in the game.
He's not looking good. He's down to 1 in health.
Holy fuck.
What's he gonna do? Well, he's a fighter, so he's gonna fight for his life.
Wait, we're both just gonna die here. Oh, I've got a reroll, don't I?
Yeah.
It's above a 10 to save, right?
Yes.
Good, because I got an 11.
So he does manage to hit him, and he just caves in the one guy's head.
Oh, oh God.
Okay, two of them miss him just barely.
Oh, thank
They got
God.
he's struggling. He's definitely having a difficult time with them.
I made it an next death save. Got 12. I need a nat 20 so I can stabilize at 1 HP and hit someone.
He he manages to kill the second one.
Hey. This
They
next guy
both
hits his spot.
they're both rolling low finally.
Oh, thank God.
He's coming back as your next saving throw.
Next save. That is a 10 exactly, so just made it and I'm stable.
He's going to attack. He's gonna hit him again.
Hey.
I know it's not rolling very good, but he's rolling high enough. And
That's good.
he just smashes a guy's kneecap and it causes him to go unconscious. The last cultist.
Oh God.
That's a miss.
Oh, thank fuck.
Dunwall misses.
Oh no. Oh, I'm stable, so I don't have to roll again. I'm just like this until someone like revives me, aren't I?
Okay, Dunwall manages to pull through and does another 8 damage to kill the last cultist.
Got that. Totally counts.
Dunwall is just like, ugh. And blood, and he's like, puts his weapons to his side, and he's like, oh, this isn't good. He says, hey, wake up. And he smacks you a couple times. He's like, shit. And he grabs some of the cultist symbolism around, and he heaves you up, and he takes you to the nearby church.
Okay.
Fortunately, they serve a very benevolent god of
Pelor or some shit.
It's not Palor. Who's Maurice's god?
Maurice. I'm not sure. All I know is he's a left-handed cleric. I never actually got. I remember I got told vaguely once, like months ago. So I'm no help. Sorry.
Anyways, he takes you there, and the healers there are nice enough to use you guys.
It's kind of
once they hear that you took out the cultist, they're like, oh my god. So they're gonna heal him to full, and they're going to heal you to full.
Hey.
and they, as soon as you wake up, you see the two of them standing over you, and Dunwall's just sitting in a chair. He's like, oh.
Look, you said when we open the door that we attack. I was following exactly your tactics.
He says, I meant with ranged attacks.
Now, where would the fun in that be?
He says, but I wouldn't be bleeding on my goddamn beard.
It will wash. We'll be fine.
He says, look at it.
Beards.
And he
Men and your beards.
He pulls he literally he got stabbed in the chin, and he can pull his beard apart. It's like a second mouth. He's like, this is not okay.
It will heal fine. I don't know what you're worried about. I nearly died, but it's fine. Dunwall, you can talk about your beard.
Fine, let's go get this bloody reward so we can at least make some coin out of it.
We didn't need to be able to afford a place to sleep tonight.
So Dunwall gives them 5 gold as part of charity. So to show them goodwill. And so you're both blood covered, kind of injured. Well, full health now, but you're still kind of weary from being knocked unconscious and being brutally battered.
Yep.
And he says, well, might as well go find the local guard. and you guys go find one. He directs you to the captain of the guard here. When you tell him your story, he's like, "All right, well, I'm gonna need proof," and Dunwall gives him the cultist symbolism, and he says, "All right, I'll go dispatch the guard. Why don't you just sit here?" And they go. He sends a guard, and the guard's like, "Holy shit, they're all dead." And he's like, "Well, I don't think he's a liar, so here's your." He says, "Here's your 80 gold."
Oh, wow. That's pretty solid. Well, 40 each.
Yeah, so Dunwall's like, "Aye, better than killing cats, eh?"
Certainly paid a little better. They did get cheaper rations out of the cats. It was slightly worth it.
Yeah. Oh no, though. I haven't tried fish before.
Hopefully they stay relatively fresh.
Yeah, they're salted.
Hey.
So they'll fresh for as long as they
Not
need
many
to.
fish up in the mountains.
Well,
mostly goats.
you guys don't go out to the river to get your fish. So, you guys return to the barking dog, and you guys wait there until night. The guy tells you to, like, he's got a tub that you can wash your stuff in, so you're not.
It's much appreciated.
Yeah. So you and Dunwall are just kind of sitting around,
scrubbing off the bloodstains.
Yeah. And night comes around. And I'm going to actually say now that you've essentially taken a full rest, that you guys will gain an experience.
Hey! Oh, that means I level. Hang on, shit. That means things in Sorcerer, I swear it does. Oh, I get like the fucking sorcery points. Well, I don't know how to use those yet, so that's going to be confusing.
All right.
Do you want to take like a 5-minute break to like work out how this leveling up thing works?
Well, he doesn't need to go too far to level up.
Oh, I'm jealous then because I don't know how sorcery points work, and I'm just going to quickly read through this in the player's handbook.
You get 2, and then
I can gain back an extra spell slot. Okay.
Yeah. And you get meta magics.
At level 3.
So
sorcery
I'll just read over his abilities really quick.
Yeah, sometimes like, oh shit, I gotta make sure that I don't get anything like. You know,
oh my god.
I get an extra spell known. Okay.
Yeah. I thought you might have taken Burning Hands, but that would have been really good there.
Well, because I thought about it, but then I was just like, oh, but she's not actually like she's a stone sorcerer. There just aren't that many like. So I tried to make it like I tried to play that up, but I think I get an extra spell slot now, so I might just take it. Or spell slot. I get an extra spell known. So I might take that. I think it was between. I think I ended up taking Thunderous Smite instead, but I was supposed to be. I was going to take Burning Hands otherwise. But yeah, I don't know. I was trying to play into the class fantasy of it, and I'm just like, hang on a second, shit. I need more. I need more AoE spells.
So, yeah.
Okay.
So after you guys wash your clothes, you see him channeling energy into, like, praying into his warhammer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that might be why I didn't take it, because it requires a hand action, and I was going for choose shield. That's fine. I can get it now.
next? He gets spells, but I'm not gonna really. I know what he would take, so it's not gonna be a.
It's a level 1
issue.
cleric. You take guiding bolt. You take sacred flame. You take
No.
cure wounds.
Pull the. He's gonna.
I have burning hands now. You happy? I also have shield, but I ironically thought, oh, I won't need it, and then they both hit me. I'm just like, well, fuck.
Should have fucking used it.
I should have used it. See, I'm used to playing with my cleric where I need to be like really conservative because I built her basically to just 2 spells. Well, like the way that I built Zariel is she's a caster cleric. Like she doesn't she has a sword, but if she used it, it would do no damage, and she probably wouldn't actually hit anyone. So, she is so reliant on her cantrips and her spells and stuff like that. So she's really conservative with her spell slots, and I'm used to doing that. Whereas this person can just whack people across the face and do significant damage, and I probably should lean into that a little more. Hey. Cool. One more done.
All right.
Cool. Level up. Level up.
So, you guys finish waiting, and you get up. And you both get ready, and you notice Stonewall's hammer is glowing.
It's never done that before.
He says, "Aye, but I got the power of Morden at my side."
Hopefully he helps us a bit against this lantern.
He says, I better hope. I mean, I ain't scared of no floating lights.
It's inconvenienced the number of people. We should probably keep our wits about us. She says the person with 0 wisdom before that she has no wits.
That makes sense. And you guys head out to the marketplace at night. And okay, so it's empty. Everyone knows that this thing shows up, and you just see this floating kind of ball of light, just kind of floating around. And sometimes it lights up, and then sometimes it just disappears, then comes back, and then disappears.
With our dark vision, do we see anything connected to the lantern, or do we just see a bobbing lantern?
It's just a bobbing lantern.
Okay. Can I throw a firebolt at it and see what happens?
Make me an Arcana check while you're at it.
Okay.
If you have one.
You have it. Do I have Arcana? Let me double check. I have a plus something in Arcana, I swear I do. Yeah, I've got proficiency in Arcana. For someone whose family doesn't talk about this use of Arcana, that's great. So that is a total of 16.
You've read about this creature. It's called a will-o'-wisp.
Nice.
It's
I was about to say, do I know more than its name?
From what you've read, it's almost resistant to everything. Like all normal methods of dealing with creatures, it's almost resistant to everything. Okay. It's immune to being poisoned because undead. Yeah. And it's got other undead traits, and it's immune to a lot of stuff.
So I would know if it's immune to most sort of arcane types of damage.
It's resistant to them.
Okay. Can I poke Dunwall on the shoulder and say, does your fancy glowing hammer give you any radiant spells you can throw at that?
He's looking at it and
it's a form of undead creature. This is your domain, friend.
He says, well, I don't know what I can do about it, but I'll take a shot. And he prays to Moradin and swings his hammer, and he swings his hammer at it, and the guiding bolt takes shape of a fucking hammer just flying towards him. The will
Nice.
wisp. Damn! More than no. He got on that 20.
You got a nat 20. A
Yeah.
plus. So I got a 19 to follow him up with a firebolt and do something, but I don't think it's going to be needed.
No. You just see this hammer fucking flying through the night. It's just this hammer just smashes into the will-o-wisp, and it just puffs into like tiny dust as the hammer just explodes in the bright light. And you guys look to see if it's still alive, and it's just like the little blue lights that it once was just flickers out. And people are like, "What the fuck was that?" And they're like, "Holy shit!" And then some guy's like, "Holy shit, they killed it."
This connection you now have to your god seems quite helpful. That certainly did something.
He says, it's been useful for me my entire life. And it'll be useful for our entire lives soon."
Hopefully.
And he clears his throat and he says, "Well, I guess there's nothing left but to get that reward, eh?"
Yeah, go out in a good night's sleep.
Well, at least we didn't get stabbed to near death.
Speak for yourself. We both, you might have not quite forgotten that, but I got quite close. Could do with a nice ale and some rest.
He then pulls on his beard and shows you his second beard mouth. He's like, "Oh yeah, I totally forgot about it." And some guy and a cleric comes over and he says, "I totally saw that. That was amazing." He says, "Yeah, come with me to the church and I'll get you the priest so that he can give you the reward."
Okay. As we're being led over there, I'll quietly nudge Dunwell and say, "Remember what we saw of the chapel. Maybe keep your particular deity quiet. We don't know if they welcome other forms of worship."
Oh, I totally forgot. And he puts his warhammer back in his bag, and he puts his shield back in his bag, and he's like, "Oh, sorry about that. I just how would they know? I'm just a smithing enthusiast."
I mean no disrespect towards Nerd, and of course I just worry for you, friend.
Oh yeah, you're worried about me.
We're welcome to worry about each other. Just because you're worried about me doesn't mean I don't get to be worried about you.
Fair enough.
We've gotten to plenty of those adventures together, remember, okay?
So far. And you guys get there, and he wakes up the priest, and he says, "Truly, you saw it with your own eyes." And the cleric's like, "Yes, Father, I saw it." And he says, "Well, I mean, that's good." And he takes out a coin purse and he starts counting it, and he says, "Here you go. It's taken many lives." And he gives you 50 gold.
Nice. 25 each. So Ills has gone from 10 gold to like 75 in a day.
Yeah.
It's nice.
So Dunwell's like, "This is a pretty good day's work. We're doing good for ourselves."
We can certainly get a name for ourselves here if we want one.
And he says, "Well, I doubt they ain't coming up with any more trouble on a daily. I say we finish up what they need done, and then we be getting out of here ourselves."
Certainly sounds like a plan to me.
So you return, and Dugan says, so far the champions of the night. Not just cat slayers anymore.
No, our talents have proven useful for other situations.
He says, well, I wouldn't want to have you overstay and tax you for your services. He tosses you the key. He says, same room.
Thank you very much.
Again, normal rules apply. Don't be causing no trouble.
Oh, we would never.
And you guys take a long nap. Easy. And let's see what the grasslands has to offer you guys.
Is it more cats?
If I roll cats again, I'm really... How did this...
Look, I'm enjoying just hitting things, though. It's fun. Like, Sariel's so story focused, so it's just having a character that's just like, nah, I just want to kill some shit, get some experience. I'm just like, cool.
I somehow passed it. I can't read.
You lost the cats?
No, I've lost the grasslands. I've lost the whole fucking lands.
Oh no, you lost an entire place on the map.
It was right there.
It was right there, and suddenly it's like Antarctica instead. Like, this was grass, I swear.
Oh, that's actually an interesting encounter. So he says, we got problems with the face spider out by the
Face spider.
stones outside.
The last time I encountered a
Holy
face spider was via a fucking Critical Role episode. It was on Critical Role and it nearly killed 3 people.
He says, and I don't know where the hell these bloody things came from, but we got 2 elephants. I think they got out from one of those ships. They're just running around out there, attacking any shade that tries to come in. They are really pissed.
Poor elephant.
And the last one is up in near the hills. There's Onkeg. Gotta be careful of those bloody things, because they'll cut you in half if they pinch you.
An onkeg, did you say?
Yes, they're like giant praying mantises.
Okay, I'm just gonna write that down as giant praying mantis.
So on the face spider,
giant praying mantis, face spider, and elephants. I tend to Donald and say, tend to Donald and say, well, today's pickings seem slightly more absurd. Is there any in particular you want to go through first?
He says, well, elephants are pretty big. I think we could take them.
Let's go kill some circus animals. Okay.
Said, well, we can start with however way you want, but either way, we're going to get around to it.
May as well deal with them now. I want to kill the elephants. What did they do to you, man?
He said, well, let's go kill the spider then.
Okay. We'll get the elephants done now. They're causing trouble. They're causing trouble.
Oh, God.
Don't say that. Are they going to kill me in one hit? Is that what that sigh was? Oh, shit. I didn't roll for my extra health. The thing that I desperately need is like a fucking... Okay.
The potential is there.
The potential is that I just get killed in one hit. Cool. Nice. My effectively melee spellcaster. She has Firebolt. She'll just hang back. It'll be fine. So I gain 4 plus 5. I gain 9. I gain 10 total.
Well, he says, why don't we go kill the face spider first?
Okay.
Because
is that a DM recommendation?
That's a DM recommendation. We'll kill the spider and the onkeg first, and then maybe
the elephants are going to kill us far better than the magic spider. That's when you know there's some fucked up elephants. This character just gained more health points at level 2 than Sariel has ever gained in one go ever.
like
She's going to total 10.
the thing is, like, they hit really hard and they have a really good chance to hit, but
Oh
they
no.
have like no defense. But
Okay.
they compensate really well for their high hit points.
Oh god.
So
Yeah,
we'll
let's
see
kill the
how
face
this
spider. It'll be fun.
So you guys head to the whirling stones, and of course the spider is just kind of jumping on the stones and is like looking for prey.
Okay. Agent Dummel, any of your bright tactical ideas coming to mind?
He says it's a fucking spider. Just shoot the damn thing.
Do I know anything about the spider? Before, isn't it? The
Give
name
me
Fae implies magic.
yeah, you can roll me an arcana.
Ah. Okay, so that is a total of 12.
Well, you know they do spider things. They have a poisonous bite, they can climb walls, and they aren't restricted by webs.
Okay, well, Dwarven Resilience, advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance to poison damage. That's going to come in handy, and I'll still double that because I'm hoping that he also has that trait.
Yeah, I be a dwarf.
I couldn't remember if it was like mountain dwarf specific or and if he was a mountain dwarf or not. Okay, well then, can I just...
Let's get murder in this thing. And he's
Hey,
gonna
let's
shoot
kill
a
it.
guiding bolt at it.
Okay, well, I'll cast Fireball.
Alright, he hits it.
Hey, what the fuck is a fireball in its life?
For 10 points of damage.
That's not bad. That is a total of 17 on my end.
That hits.
Cool. One of my dice is rebelling and I'm refusing to use it. 10 equals. Out of a total of 10 damage, I got 10.
So you did 10 damage?
Yeah, I rolled the max damage possible.
Okay, so yeah, between the two of you, it like both the magic light hammer and the firebolt hit it. And it just staggers. And it just turns to you and it hisses, and then it disappears.
Oh no, disappears not good. Okay.
You can make me another Arcana check now that you can. You see.
That's total 16.
After seeing that, you realize it can blink out of existence.
Shit. Okay. So she'll quickly cast Stone's not cast. It's not really there. She'll use Stone's durability to go back up to her 20 AC with her shield, and she'll yell to Dunwall, "Careful! It can teleport and blink in and out of existence."
So you see him run to you, and he's getting ready to swing his hammer.
We'll stand back to back with our shields out.
So you're like looking for this thing to come out, and roll me odds or even.
Odds or evens, okay. That's an even.
No, what you have to call out what's odd or even.
Oh, well, even.
Okay, the thing jumps out in front of you and tries to attack you.
Okay.
21. Holy shit!
Can I use shield?
Yeah. So
okay, well, I'll
you can
use
use it
shield
when
this time.
It's just like it's coming straight for your face, and the shield pops up, and the pincer is just like coming straight for your fucking head, and the shield just kind of sticks itself in between them, and then it's just sparking arcane energy and repels the phase spider.
Oh Jesus.
And now it's both of your turns. So he's gonna run over beside it and attack it.
Okay, and I will.
He's gonna miss.
I will attempt to hit it with a thunderous smite. So thunderous smite, a bonus action to cast.
Yeah, so it takes up your bonus action.
Yep, well, I'll do that then. So that is a total of 17 to hit.
That will hit.
Okay. So it was that's 5 damage plus 2d6. It's 5 bludgeoning damage and then 7 extra light thunder damage for a total of 12.
That's just enough.
Hey!
It fit, and so you smash it, and the thunder damage hits it, and it looks like it was like getting ready to brace itself for the hit. But as soon as you hit it, the energy just knocks its head down, like just explodes its upper like head, and then it slams, hits the ground, its body on the ground, and slides back 10 feet, and then just flies flat.
Well, that worked.
He's like, bloody
Ilda will just
hell,
sort
that
of
was
poke
brilliant.
at it.
So
Ilda
you
will
go
just tuck
over
to
and
herself and just poke it a few times, and can she see if there's anything that, like, any thing that's left over from its maybe previous?
no, it's straight fucked.
No, I meant like the area. Does it have any like remains of like maybe people that ran away from it and left some shit behind? Because there any loot?
um. Uh. No commoners, but there is a body that looks like it was a merchant. And
Does it have
he's
any sort of
carrying
identifying features?
he's carrying a strong box.
Is there any sort of identifying features like a mark of a guild or?
It looks like a house, like a
Okay.
family house.
Yeah.
Roll me a history.
Okay. No, I'm not using that die. It's been betraying me. Nat 20. I switched my red die to my blue die, and it went much better.
All right. It's one of the no. It's one of the. It's not a member of the noble family, but it is definitely it's a lesser sigil of the family called the Mithril Wolves, and they are essentially a ranger group that focuses on maintaining the land of the Steel Kingdom, and basically they are in essence scouts.
Okay.
This merchant must have been an affiliate of theirs.
Okay. Well, she will take the strongbox. And I don't know anything else he has on him. Because I'm guessing she can't really carry the body, but she'll take what identifying things she can find. And I'm actually going to go before we go to face the Unkeg. Ilda will go back to the city and try to find like that noble house's base of operations and sort of say, you know, we just killed this thing. We found this on a body there, and we thought that it might have something to do with you, and we'd like to try. We just thought you might want to know that one of your people was out there.
Okay. You hand it to. You do manage to find the building, and it's a pretty big building. It's a lot like a guild structure. And you head in, and basically there's a lot of what looks like ranger-esque people kind of sitting at the tables and stuff. And some of them are proper rangers, some of them are just scouts. And some of them look like they've seen better days.
No,
got like in some really bad injuries on their arms. And you approach the like keep there, and he says, "What can I help you with?" And you see he's a halfling, and he says, "How can I help you?"
Hail, friend. We have been doing some odd missions around the city and the surrounding lands, and we killed a fey spider, and we found this on one of the bodies, and I sort of bring out the strong box, and I present it to him and said that we wanted to return it to its rightful owners and let them know that one of their own was out there. We weren't able to bring it back ourselves. We thought that you may want to recover the body.
He says, well, he before he even looks at the thing, he says, well, I'm glad you're doing the work for our mates there. We're just scouts, so we just find the treble. So it's nice to see that the mercenaries are picking up their feet and finally killing the damn things. And he looks at the chest and he says, ah, Joseph, no. Bloody thing got Joseph.
Not Joseph.
I'll have to tell his wife. Well, thanks for telling me. At least now they know where he is. Better place, for the most part.
Very true.
As a token, feel free to take the coin in the chest. We would have never gotten him back if it wasn't for you, anyways. And
That's
so
very kind of you.
he opens the chest, and inside is 98 gold coins.
Jesus Christ. I'll just immediately split that between Dunwall and herself. So that's 49 coins each.
And he says, and if you ever need a place, some direction, we have many of these establishments across the Steel Legion. So if you need a next job or some direction, let me know, and I'll give you some direction in life.
Go on to the missions. Of a directions missions. Okay. And thank you very much. Again, we're very, very sorry for your loss, but we're glad that we're able to help clean up the area.
He says, it was you from last night, wasn't it? Pretty good job.
We've been busy the last couple of days.
He says, you two have a drink on me. Yeah, you'll need it if you're still planning on doing some more work.
The dwarves never once turned down a good pint of ale.
And you two just pounded back.
Oh, I actually had a quick question for you. Since I'm using sort of stone magic and it's still technically a UA, so the stone's durability, which is that thing that I do, and my skin becomes stony and I gain like all that armor and stuff like that. It just says that it lasts until it's ended as a bonus action, or I become incapacitated or don armor other than a shield. Did you want to put on any kind of, because it doesn't actually say that there's like a limit to how many times I can use the feature or anything like that. So do you want to put one on there?
No.
No.
How much does the feature give?
So I get 1 HP extra HP a level, and as an action I get my AC becomes 13 plus my con modifier if I'm unarmored. So that's why she's not wearing armor otherwise. And yeah, no. it just says it lasts until it ends, and it doesn't have a limit on how many times I can use it per rest. So
I'm going to say no, because Draconic Resilience is 13 plus Dex, and it's all the time.
Okay, cool. Just thought I'd double check that just to make sure. Yeah, I'm enjoying it though. I like the idea of playing like a melee sorcerer, even if I'm hitting things with fireball mostly. Okay, all right. Cool.
So, Dunwall says, next is the Onkeg.
Let's go kill a giant bug.
So he's going to eat some rations because he's bloody well hungry as well. And now we are on to the next fight. So you two are walking where the notes say there was last an Onkeg.
Do we see it? I mean, fucking Ilza sees absolutely fuck all because of passive perception shit. Does Dunwall see anything?
Well, Dunwall, what's his passive?
Yeah, she has a passive perception of exactly 10. She has no bonuses at all to perception.
He's. Oh, let me see what he's. Wait. Okay, so you guys don't notice him right away, but when you guys are looking for him, make a perception check.
Switching to this class was the best thing that ever happened to me. I got an 18.
Okay, well, what's your bonus?
I get no bonus. She has exactly 0 wisdom.
you have an inkling of where it is, and you're kind of looking in the direction, and Dunwall is like peering where you're looking, and he says, "Ah, there it bloody is. Maybe we can sneak up on it."
I don't see anything.
He says, "It looks like a rock right there," and he points it out like these like the tip of this like crane like are sharp rocks basically that are kind of just side by side, and
Okay.
he says, "I think that'd be it. I don't know how well sneaking up on it will be, but damned if it's gonna get out of here alive, you know."
Okay. I could try to use that attack I used on the one of the cultists dragged it towards us.
He says, "I think we should just make a running charge for it."
Fair enough. And she'll cast Stone Ability on herself again. And
And he's gonna cast Bless on the two of you.
oh, nice.
And he says, "Now let's get going." And
Okay.
you two are charging towards at least Dunwall believes what it is.
Dunwall thinks it
And
is.
and
We are
the
prey.
creature pops out of the ground once it senses you get too close to it, and it jumps out towards you guys.
Does it get a surprise round?
Well, it's more like a readied reaction, but
Okay.
and it's going to attack. Odds are even.
Oh gosh. Evens.
It's going to attack you. Oh, fucking shit.
As in, was that good for the thing or good for me?
Not good for you.
Oh well, fuck. If it's a nat 20, I'll cry.
Yeah, that's basically it.
Oh, yay! You just want me dead, don't you, man?
You and everyone else who's played this so far.
How many people have you killed so far in this game? You've already technically almost killed me once.
I've technically killed 4 people.
Oh, God.
Actually, if you want me to be honest, I've technically already killed 6 people.
Holy shit, man.
All right, so it does 13 points of damage to you.
Fuck me. Okay.
And it does 4 points of acid damage.
So 17 total.
Yep.
What
And
the shit, man?
you need to make a athletics or dexterity save.
I'll make an athletics. So that is a 17.
Okay, it bites you and it tries to hold you down, but you manage to break out of it despite your serious injuries.
I should have why do I keep forgetting shield exists? Okay. I'll remember for next time, I swear to God.
Roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh, this is natural.
13.
Sorry.
Awesome. Well, she'll shout to Dunwall if your Muradin has any of that power left for me. I'd appreciate some help.
He says, "Time to kick some ass," or what ass it has. And he hits him with his warhammer.
Yep.
Do good damage. Oh, he does good damage.
Oh, yay.
He smashes him for 13 damage and causes the Onkeg to stagger.
Hey.
The Onkeg, of course, is going to defend himself and attack Dunwall.
Hey, thank fuck. Thank you, Dunwall.
The Onkeg staggers and then it turns to attack Dunwall, and it's swiping its pincers at him, and you just hear one of its legs. As a matter of fact, when the Dunwall hit, its leg just goes and he falls on the ground.
Oh, lovely.
Your turn.
It's now prone, even better.
It's prone.
Hey. Okay. Well, I'll cast as a bonus action. I'll cast Thunderous Smite, and then I'll roll to whack it.
Oh no! You got advantage.
Got advantage. Well, one of them was a 19, and the second one was an 18. So I'll take the 19, and that's +5, so it's 24 to hit.
Oh, you're gonna hit, and it didn't make it save.
Hey, I didn't realize there was a save. What save is that for the Thunderous Smite?
Strength.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's be pushed 10 feet away and knocked prone again. They still take the damage.
Yeah.
So, oh shit, which is it again? It's D8, and then 2d6.
So, question is, do you want to knock it back, or do you want to knock it like into the ground?
I want to knock it into the ground. So that is 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage total.
And roll another d6 because you're choosing to knock him down into the ground.
That is another 3.
So a total of how much?
I can't remember what I said first. I think it was the 13. There's a 15 total. I think.
So 16.
16
so
total.
you, man, this thing is not having a good day. You smash it, and you hit it. You step on it for a moment to smack it in its back, and as soon as you hit the smack, you take your foot off, and you hit it, and thunder goes off, and you see it bounce off the ground and just land on the ground again.
Hey.
Hey. And as it lands on the ground,
that's whacking me.
Donwall is going to take a swing, and he's going to hit it.
Biting me, you little shit.
And it doesn't matter because he does way too much damage. He just smashes it in the head. Just the pincers are like stuck in the ground. He just steps in between them and smashes its head in, and it just goes. It's done for.
It's done for. Good. Ilza just sort of like swears and spits on it. Just staggers to her feet from when she's fallen on her knees. God damn it.
Yeah, it's not feeling good.
It's not good. I think that's. Have I used 2 first level spells, or have I used 3? I can't remember. I've used at least 2.
Well, if you guys are gonna go through that much HP really fast, the fucking elephants might not be a problem.
I mean, I'm on 5 health. We're gonna need a little bit of a rest first.
Okay. So you guys head back to.
Let's get a good meal. See if I can get like a medic or something to patch me.
Yeah. So you get back to the inn, and of course, a long rest will just heal you. So you guys are scrubbing off the blood from your clothes again.
Yeah.
And you guys get paid on top of the phase spider being killed. You get paid for the 2 of them for just the mission in general.
Okay.
And they're gonna pay you for the phase spider. They're gonna pay you 60 gold.
So 30 each.
And for the Onkeg, they're gonna pay you 80.
40 each. 194 gold. It's not bad considering she got to the town with 10. She's doing well. I'm gonna turn to the barkeep who's been really, really nice and just go, your heartiest, finest meal, friend.
He says you're gonna need it for that blasted elephants, eh?
I've heard they're doing some damage.
Yeah, so you guys get the best meals, and he says on the house for 2 heroes as yourselves.
Very kind.
And so it's basically just diced potatoes, sliced ham, like ale, gravy on top.
Yeah, sounds solid.
And like a small, like a slice from a wheel of cheese.
I just finished eating my cheese. Look, I hadn't had breakfast, so I basically been having. I had cheese and I had like Easter eggs and I had an up and go. So. It's still technically Easter. It's fine.
So you guys eat this meal and you guys take your long rest.
Mm. What happened to the dog? Sorry.
He says, you know, we don't have to slay the elephants. It's a pretty tedious task.
Nah, may as well finish what we started.
He shakes his head. Stubborn as always. But I wouldn't believe you were from the Fire Forge if it was any other way.
Oh, if there's one thing my family's well known for, it's their stubbornness. I would hate to disappoint them.
All right, so you guys run over to them. And they are just pretty much grazing for the most part.
I'm just going to kill these poor unarmed elephants.
They're not unarmed.
Not unarmed, but like they're just eating at the moment, man. Feels rude. Oh wow, required character sorry. Distracted by Facebook. Okay.
So
Matt contacted me the other day. He's like, if I ran a game at like 9 a.m. Saturday for you, would you be able to make it? I'm like, I mean, yeah, but like why do you need me in particular? Like, are you trying to kill my character? I just need Sariel to make the plot work. I'm like, that's fair.
Send in the cleric.
So no, it just says required character Sariel. Like, if I was sleeping, you guys are fucked. Okay. Just rushing towards elephants.
What time is this? Friday at 7 p.m.
Well, it's Saturday at 9 for me.
You guys are assholes. I like how everyone posts on Friday. Stop that.
Look, you guys typically post at 4 a.m. I'll take what I can get.
So, the elephants.
Yes.
Benoit is a little intimidated by them because they're fucking
big. Oh, well, great. Both dwarves are kind of like, shit, they're bigger than us.
Well, it's all or nothing at this point.
If we back down from elephants after killing an Ankeg and a phase fighter, I think we're going to get laughed out of the city.
He says, well, he loads up his crossbow, and he says, hopefully, Morden will guide the way, and he casts bless on both of you.
Cool. Okay, well, I will stone's durability myself, and I will gather fire into my hands and say, ready when you are.
So you guys move to about 100 feet, and the elephants, of course, take notice of you, but you're far away, and they see the fire, and they're kind of like shifty about you. But then, of course, you guys take your shots.
Okay. That's pretty damn good. It's just up for a minute. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so it's 25 plus a d4 for bless, because why the hell not? So that's 28 to hit an elephant with fireballs.
So you two shoot at this elephant.
I'll pick the same one. Let's try and get the one down.
One at a time.
Yep.
And he deals 8 damage.
And I deal 2.
All right. So you guys smoke the one elephant, and it's definitely pissed off. The other elephant kind of hides behind it at first. So the one starts running towards you, and the other one's kind of like hanging back.
Is the one that's hanging back the one that we hit before?
No, the other one, the one that's charging you, is the one you hit. So it charges feet, and that's its turn.
So how far away from it is it now?
20 feet. The other one is still 80 feet away.
Okay, well, if it's 20 feet away, I can still use distance without getting in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Well, I will just cast Firebolt at it again. So rather than getting close to the charging elephant. That wasn't as good. Hang on. Let's just add the bless to it and see what happens. Probably not much. So that's 10. 10
You
total.
barely miss.
Ah.
You missed a charging elephant.
Just sort of like just shrug in Donald's direction. Like it's big, okay? It's scary.
He says, "Well, then I'll have to put in enough work for both of us." And he pulls out his warhammer and shield, and he runs in. Ah! And he does 9 damage to it, and smacks it right in the trunk. It's going to attack him. Oh, thank God! It fucking misses him. It swings its tusks at him, trying to hit him, and he just ducks under them. The other elephant is now charging its way over, but it's still behind him.
Okay. Should we roll for initiative for this? No, never mind. Fuck it.
Nah, I'm just alternating.
I'll charge him with thunder. I'll cast Thunderous Smite and I'll charge him and I'll whack it with my hammer. That went better. So that's 17, 18, 19, 20, 22 to hit.
That hits.
Cool. I have to make a strength save because I'm going to hit it with my Thunderous Smite.
Oh, it's going to make it. So it only takes half damage from your thunder.
It doesn't say anything about taking half damage. It just says it needs to make a strength save or it gets knocked prone and pushed around. I think it still takes damage.
Okay, so it takes damage.
So that is 8 thunder damage plus 5 bludgeoning damage for a total of 13.
Yeah, it's not looking good. It's pretty bloodied now. Like, between both of you smashing your hammers into its face, it's not looking too good.
Oh, still better.
I think it's Dunwall's attack? Yeah.
Yeah.
He hits it again. I'm not even going to roll for bless. And he smacks it for another 7 damage. And the elephant's kind of stumbling around, and it's pretty bloodied now. But it's going to attack. Who's it going to attack? Odds or evens?
Evens.
Okay, it's attacking Dunwall.
Oh, thank God. I was about to say, if I say evens and for the 3rd time it hits me, I'm going to cry because I should have learned that lesson.
It hits him.
Okay. So I use the psychological rule. It says you should always pick the same
12 and 18. Dunwall takes 18 points of damage as he gets smacked with the tusk. Ouch.
Ow.
The other elephant runs around, and it's going to attempt to gore Dunwall.
Oh no. I can't try to get between them.
I mean, if you want to.
Yeah, I get between them, and if it actually manages to hit me, I'll cast shields. Try to protect Donald from some damage.
Okay, it's got a 24.
Okay, well, I'll cast shields, and I managed to get out of that with 1 extra AC.
So it's charging full force, and it just runs into you, and you just summon the shield, and it smacks against. It's pushing you, and then you. Dunwall, and your turn. It's going to attack. He's going to attack the one that you've been smacking this whole time. And you hit it.
Yeah, does it die?
It's getting close.
Oh God. Okay, well I'll how close is close?
He smacks it for 14 and it staggers and it's disoriented.
I'll use Green Flame Blade and I'll attack the one that's already injured. Okay, as well. Okay, so that is a total of that is a total of 16 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, so the first one takes the one that's already staggering takes 6 points of damage, and the second one takes 3.
All right.
Points
The
of
6 points of damage is enough.
Yes.
You hit it, and it's just like
It's
slams
like
on
you're
the
attempted an
ground,
elephant.
and it just lays on the ground, and the green flame just scorches over it quickly. Doesn't do too much damage to it, but it goes out. And the other
Yeah.
elephant's just pissed off, and it's shaking its head at you.
Yeah,
And
that
since you're
one.
the closest one, Dunwall's going to use his bonus action, the second wind, for 6 hit points.
That's all that. Yeah, so the other one took the 3. Okay, so it's got a while
It's
to go.
going to attack you.
Yeah.
14's going to miss.
Yeah,
For
thank God.
6 points of damage.
But
So
I
just
can use my.
you move out of the way, like, whoa, shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've only got one spell left. Oh, no. I can use. Is it an action to use the Font of Magic to bring back a spell slot?
I don't think it takes any action.
Fantastic. I'll do that so I get an extra spell slot back. And I will bonus action Thunderous Smite and I will go to whack it.
Okay.
So bless. So that is a.
It's going to make the save.
That's fair. So it's a 16 without adding any of my modifiers. I'm not going to bother. So 16.
Yeah, that hits.
And so it's 8, 2d6. That wasn't as great. That is a total of numbers. It's 11 points of damage. I just had a complete mind blank on how to add 1 to something. I was just like, what the fuck does that mean? Okay, it's fine.
What is this?
What is
How
this
much damage?
witchcraft? 11 total.
Okay. You hit it and it shakes its head. Dunwall runs over to attack him. And that's gonna hit barely. Just kind of smashes his tusk. He rolled a 7.
Wow. Dunwall, no.
And he hits it for 8 damage.
That's
and
solid.
It's again, it puts a crack in the tusk, and the elephant is going to disengage and run away.
No, it's not. Can I cast lightning lure at it?
Not. It's its turn, so it's gonna run away.
Oh, okay.
And then it's gonna stand there and turn around, face you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's your turns.
How far away is it?
40 feet.
40 feet. Okay. Well, I can't cast lightning lure at it because that's only 15. I'll cast a firebolt at it. What's the worst? I always forget to add my modifier to hit, like my attack bonus. So that is 23.
That hits.
And for 7 points of fire damage.
So you guys, he gets scorched again, and he trumpets.
And I will move closer to it. So my range, my foot, it's only 25, so I get like halfway towards him, and I just ready myself with my shield.
Dunwall runs towards it, and he's going to shoot a guiding bolt.
Dunwall's guiding bolts up in OP.
That OP. So he swipes his hammer, and you just see another hammer just kind of flying through the sky. And that's 15 points of radiant damage.
Jesus
and
Christ.
You get advantage on your next. Whoever goes next gets advantage on the next attack. The elephant is not looking good. It's got burn marks and a lot of burn marks now, and it trumpets and starts running away. It runs away a bit, and then it comes back with a vengeance. With a vengeance.
Return of the elephant.
But it fucking missed. It missed. So it charges.
You built up to that, but it did nothing.
Yeah, it charges and it's like, and it fucking just both of its tusk just brush past both of you and miss.
That's unfortunate.
Your
Performance
turn.
issues. It happens to a lot of elephants.
I mean, his friend just died, man. Leave him alone.
Does that mean it's close to me again, or?
Yeah, it's right in front of you guys.
Alright, well, I will cast Thunderous Smite again. I think that's my last spell slot, but I'm sure that it'll be okay. I pray that it'll be okay. That is a 17, 18.
It makes the save.
I assumed that it has a lot of
plus-
strength. I'm just doing this for the damage.
Yeah, it's got a
so it hits.
+8 to the saving throw. It hits.
That's impressive. I'm going to guess it hits because it's been hitting it. That kind of number's been hitting the entire time. So that is a total of 7 plus 13 plus that's 16 points of damage total.
And it's not looking good. It's just like its other friends, burns, bloodied, and Dunwall is gonna hit it.
Dunwall. Don't let me down now, man.
And that's 8 damage. That's enough.
Hey.
So he just pulls its trunk down and just smashes it in between the eyes. And its head just kind of flumps inwards and then just falls over. And the both of you are pretty exhausted after fighting the 2 elephants.
They're big boys.
You notice nearby that there is a couple of broken caravans.
Can we go and investigate the caravan?
Hell yeah, you can. So inside the one caravan, I rolled 2 of the same dice. That's not what I want to do. All right, so in one caravan, there was a lockbox in it. And in one caravan, there is a chest. In the one lockbox, there is 23 gold.
I'll take 21. He can take. I'll take 11. He can take 12.
All right.
It's 205. Slowly regaining my family's fortune on my
own. Who needs family?
Who needs family? I can do this myself.
Just me and Dunwall.
It's interesting because I took the soldier background because I'm just like, well, she would have been fighting in the armies, but like she's a dwarf, so she has the option to be like both. So now she's got some sort of weird.
Just comes naturally to dwarves.
Yeah, I've just got like this mix of noble background and soldier background at the stage. It's sort of weird.
All right, and I'll have you roll me. I'll have you roll me a percentile dice.
Okay. That is 11.
Inside is I'm going to say a magical longsword. It seems to have the mithril wolf crest on it.
To take it back to the wolves or to keep it for ourselves. I don't have identify yet. I don't know what it is.
He says, "Well, might as well take it back to them then. This seems to be their property."
Yes, may as well be honourable about it, I suppose.
So
we'll take it back.
So you take it back to them, and you hand them the lockbox, and he says, "Well, fortunately for you, they made it out, so we don't have to worry about telling. We don't have to tell Fred's family that he's missing."
Yep, Joseph and Fred were doing well.
So he's fine.
That's
good. So he takes out the gold coins and he gives it to you, and he gives you both 100 gold.
Jesus Christ.
He says, those elephants destroyed our caravan. We really wanted them dead. So that was okay. So he's 32, and then another 50 is 82. So you give him that and like the lockbox, and he says, "Thank you for getting that back." And then you show him the sword, and he's like, "Ah, that's good to know that you are the kind of dwarves that would give back our own property."
Of course we are we are an honorable people. It's not ours to take. If we
He
can see
says,
there's something
"Not
we can
like
return it
those
to.
blasted hill dwarves. Just, we found it in the woods. It's ours, bastards." He says, "I know you probably wanted this sword, so I'll give you something in exchange for it, because I know this thing is well crafted." And he goes into the back. He says, "Just wait here." And he goes into the back room. And he brings out a jar. And he's going to bring out he's gonna bring out one jar, and he's gonna bring out a potion. And he says, "This one ain't like the other potions. This one's a potion of greater healing. Packs twice the punch." And he gives it to you.
Okay.
And I have to find the other one. I know what it does.
So that's 44 plus 4?
Yeah. And
Can nearly heal me my full HP. It's so close. It's just 2 off. And she got an extra 10 HP from leveling up. She doubled her health. It was badass.
there is literally, it's so hard to find because there's literally nothing else that starts with K. God. Okay, there we go. He gives, the other one is Kyotom's ointment.
Kyotones.
I'll spell it.
I'd say type this for me.
Whenever my Steam starts being a butthole.
I'm scared to touch the PC that I've got Hangouts running on. I've actually got all of my actual character stats and stuff running on my tablet, and my phone is nearby if I have to quickly switch to Hangouts on my phone.
And this thing has 4 charges left in it. And this glass jar, 3 inches in diameter, contains 4 doses of a thick mixture that smells faintly of aloe. The jar and its contents weighs half a pound. As an action, 1 dose of the ointment can be swallowed or applied to the skin. The creature that receives it regains 2d8 plus 2 hit points, ceases to be poisoned, and is cured of any disease.
2d8 plus what?
Plus 2.
2d8 plus 2, cured of disease and poison.
And ceases poison. And you can eat it or apply it to the skin.
It cures diseases, poisoning. Okay, nice. Keep that away for a rainy day. I'll give because he passed them back to me. I'll keep the ointment and Dunwall can have the potion.
Okay. He's gonna take a greater potion. He says, "Oh, geez, thanks."
No problems. Okay. Not bad. Before we just go back to the inn, I'm going to turn to this guy because he said that if we wanted any like missions and stuff, they have them. We've been doing some odd jobs around the town, as you've seen. We're just wondering if you have heard of anything that needs to be done around here.
He says, "Oh, I definitely know of a few things.
Anything you have in mind that's of our skill level?
Now, I can do something fun, or I can do something that, or I can just do what we're doing now. So, I can have you meet other players already
Hmm.
and keep you to your kind of field of expertise. Have
Yeah.
you just go somewhere else?"
Um. I'm happy to meet up with other players. I am enjoying this solo thing though. I'm happy to meet up with other players. That's okay.
It's up to you. So, this is basically a meta question. Do you want to meet up with other players already, or do you want to go your own way?
I'd like to keep going around with just Dunmore. Like we only recently got out. It's nice to spend some sort of time with like a brother figure just killing shit. So I'll keep up with that for a little bit longer, I think.
He says, "Well, then I got some work for you up in Dimwood. Uh, I'd tell you to take a caravan up there, but you know what happened to those already.
We did see.
So, I guess the best thing I can really do is offer you an escort there. And of course, I'm sure you two are well traveled and such, but it's better to travel in groups. And as you've noticed, some animals are pretty difficult on their own."
I would offer. Would accept any aid that you can offer. It seems a very kind thing to say.
He says, "Well, if you're working for the Mithril Wolves, I'm sure they'll be plenty satisfied having you around." And he says, "Here, if you plan to stand near the Steel Kingdom, I've got plenty of work. At least what I've known since about a month ago. At least for everywhere else." And he gives you a paper, and of course, it shows Dimwood on there, and it shows like it has 4 like missions on there, and
Okay.
it shows Durwood. He says, "I would send you to Durwood, but I don't know how much you like the water."
I'd rather stick to our specialties for now.
He nods his head. He says, "There is another option, and could be to just stay here. And there are some more military grade missions that we have that are kind of up in the hills over here. Giants like to hide in them, and you'd be greatly rewarded and get great prestige from the Steel Kingdom if you would help slay them."
Um, so turn to Donwell and say, "You up to fighting giants, or do you think we should build up a bit more to that?"
He says, "Well, we've already bloody took down elephants. How much more is it going to be a couple ogres or a hill giant?"
They can't be that much taller. So say,
See,
hmm?
lass, it's not ever about height. It's about the beard you get.
No, I don't think I've ever seen a hill giant with a beard. I think
He
we've got
says,
them
"I
beat.
haven't either. And our ancestors have killed many of them."
It's very true. Yeah, and I think the idea of staying here, killing some things up in the hills and getting some prestige would be fun. I'm on the run from my family, more or less. We're just speaking to Don Morgan. I don't want everyone to know I'm on the run from my family. We're just being like, something I'd like more than the idea of rubbing it in their faces that I've gone off and I'm now getting lots of prestige by killing things with magic.
Now, wouldn't that be something? Your father shows up, and then they can't even get in the city because you won't let them.
It would be certainly quite lovely. Let's get away from that man's overarching hand for a bit. If you've got missions in the area, we'd be happy to take them, giants or not.
He says, well, you've quickly become a fan favorite. Feel free to definitely stay around here. I've already paid Dugan over there for about 2 weeks to stay. So feel free to, stay a while.
So Dugan's been paid for 2 weeks. So Dugan's been paid for 2 weeks by the Mithril Wolves so that we can stay there.
Not at the Mithril Wolves. The tavern is called the Barking Dog.
Yeah, that's what I mean. He's been paid by the guy at the Mithril Wolves so that we can stay there for 2 extra weeks. Yeah, just wanted to clarify.
And the halfling's name is Keelan.
Kill.
He says, I used to be Killen, but I retired, so now I'm just Keelan.
I hate you. That was so bad. You should be ashamed of yourself. God damn it, Alex. How proud of yourself were you for that?
100% no regrets.
God damn it.
So you have everything written down?
Yeah, so Duncan's been paid for 2 weeks by Keelan at the Mithril Wolves so that we can stay there and continue to do some work that's based around this area, in particular some sort of like hill, in the hills they have some giants and stuff they might get us to do for sort of military grade missions that will provide prestige and money.
So how much experience did I give you?
You gave us 1 over that last break.
Okay, so feel free to take another 1. Wait, hold on. So in this game we've killed the cats, killed the cultists,
Will-o-wisp.
The will-o-wisp. So that's
2 massive elephants.
11 and a half, 15.5, and then the face
spider
was 17.
Ankeg.
And Ankeg is 19. So feel free to go up to level 3.
Hey!
You are 2.
I get meta magic.
So you guys are 2 level. You guys were 2 level 2s that took on a challenge rating of 19 by yourself.
Holy fuck!
So
we didn't die. A plus.
So you guys are level 3.
Cool. That's all. Definitely. That'll be fun. Level. Get meta magic now, I believe. Cool. I get to do things.
And with that, we'll end the broadcast here. So definitely thanks, Sariel, for participating in this. I hope you found some things you like.
I'm enjoying just smashing things. Like I rarely get. Sariel doesn't get to just smash things, so this is just fun.
Yeah. So, how'd you like Uton?
Uton, it's good actually. It's interesting. It's like sort of like the capital city. It seems quite human based, but that doesn't seem, because we were doing the work. It was nice that because we were doing the work, it sort of bypassed sort of suspicious. It seemed like there was the potential for a bit of racism there, which I was like, "Ooh, please don't do that to me." But yeah, definitely, there's a lot of opportunity to do some shit. Haven't learned much about it yet, but I'm excited to. I don't think I've been in this area of the kingdom.
So, luckily for you guys, because you are very militaristic in the first place and don't use your magic right away. The upside of being like that was that people only saw you using your magic when you were taking down people. Like they're like problems.
Yeah.
So fortunately, it's something that everyone can get behind, and everyone's like, "Oh yeah, they're like the old mages before the spell plague happened."
Oh thank God!
They only use magic when they needed to. So everyone's like, yeah, those guys are awesome.
Oh,
And
A
then
plus.
they're definitely happy with you guys because they could see you from the walls and stuff. So they saw
Oh,
you fighting
cool.
those elephants and honk eggs. And they
A
definitely saw, and some of the guards definitely saw fucking Dunlaw one shot that wisp. So they're like, holy shit.
It's good. Good thing that I heard undead and went radiant damage. I know priests. Let's do this.
Good thing he doesn't have Arcana.
He would have just tried to poke it with his stick.
I mean, it was a magic stick.
The magic
So
stick.
I'll end the broadcast here. Thanks anyone who was watching. Thanks Ariel for playing. And I hope everyone has fun with this new style that I'm coming up with.
It's a lot of fun, actually.
See you next time.